Disney Speedstorm has finally broken their week-long streak of complete radio silence. That's right, we have an update, and it is not just announcing the new season or some of the new pit stops that we've been expecting for quite some time now. They are actually kind of not really addressing the Golden Pass situation. It is relatively a small update, but I think it is good that Disney Speedstorm is finally communicating with the community again, and it seems like potential changes to the horrible Golden Pass system could be on the horizon. So, taking a look at the update that they posted all over their social medias, they said a message from the hashtag Disney Speedstorm team. We would like to thank all of our fans for providing feedback over the past week. We appreciate having such a passionate community. We will provide an update soon and appreciate your patience. So this is relatively small, and it is unfortunately the only news we got today. However, it is still something, and it shows that they are not just going to ignore our feedback and let the season drop without saying anything. They're actually, communicating with us and telling us that they've acknowledged our feedback and that they appreciate it. Now, whether this means they are actually going to adjust the changes, I'm not sure. Personally, what I think this means is Disney Speedstorm has seen our feedback, they know how angry we are, but they are still going to launch the season without any changes to the Golden Pass system. I really don't think, unless there is another delay to the season, that they will actually, change something with the Golden Pass, because we only have like a day and a couple hours left. And in my opinion, I think it makes more sense for Gameloft to launch the changes as is, rather than making us wait even longer, because one, from a player perspective, I don't really want to wait more. I'd rather them release it with the bad system and then it gets changed later on, rather than us just waiting with nothing, because we just wouldn't have any new season. We'd be playing Season 6 still, which is already getting quite and on top of that, from a business perspective, it definitely does not make sense, because they want to make sure the changes are going to make them money or aren't going to make them money. They want to see how many people are actually going to stick to their word and boycott and not buy the new passes, and then make changes according to that. Yes, it is a relatively scummy thing to do, but it's a business. I mean, come on guys, what do you expect? It's Gameloft. So that's what I'm expecting, is that the changes will go through. We are getting the Golden Pass system as described in the pit stop, and then if it doesn't sell well and people are still outraged, then they will make changes adjusting it. That is, in my opinion, what I think is going to happen. But now that they have broken their silence, I think we can expect in the next literal day or so, like tomorrow, I think we can expect the pit stops that we were promised and a season launch date, where we will know if Season 6 or if Season 7's launch is going to be delayed further, or if we will actually get it in a day like the timer in-game is promising us all right now. Fingers crossed that we will still get a launch on April 18th, this Thursday. I am really, really hoping for that. But to sort of dive into a different aspect of this video, since they have actually acknowledged our feedback and the possibility of a change to the Golden Pass system is very real, even if it's not, imminent, I think it's important to know what they should change. And I think I want to talk about what my, suggestions would be, what I would change about the new pit stop and the Golden Pass changes to the game. Because honestly, not all of it is bad. For one, the tournament section I think is fine. Yes, I would like if the Vault Pass premiums could be purchased for tokens rather than just direct in-app purchases, but that's a change I don't think will happen. And overall, tournaments, it's new content to the game, it's more free rewards, it's more paid rewards. I am totally okay with the whole structure of tournaments, like I have mentioned in the past. But to talk about the Golden Pass, and I think what should really be changed about it, because not everything about the new Golden Pass system is bad. For example, over the course of an entire season, we now have 100 tiers of free rewards compared to 50 free rewards previously. This is obviously a good change, but it's not acknowledged because there's so many other overwhelming negatives about the new system that I think people haven't really seen the positive side. So how can they make these positives stand out and maybe make the blow of the Golden Pass changes not as bad? Because honestly, I don't think we will get a reversion back to the system that we've had in Seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think going forward in Disney Speedstorm, we are always going to have a system, a part of this new Golden Pass system, even if other aspects of it are changed or adjusted. Now, first things first, if the price point of $10 is non-negotiable, if they're charging us $10 per season and we're not changing that, and it's not going back to tokens, which is obviously a change they should make. I think it should go back to tokens and not be a direct in-app purchase, and for $10 nonetheless. So if that is non-negotiable though, and they can't adjust that and make it cost tokens instead of real money anymore, then I think a change that should be made is they should give us more value for our $10. And I think a simple way to fix this is don't split the pass up, make it one giant pass. That way we have 100 tiers to complete over the course of the entire season. It's still just as easy to complete. There's no FOMO missing out on part 1 of the season tour or part 2 of the season tour, missing out on part 1 of the pass. You don't get all your rewards or stuff like that. Everything is just a flat 100 tiers, and now you are paying $10 for 100 tiers of premium rewards. This way, free-to-play players, yes, they can no longer earn the premium side of the golden pass, but they have 50 extra rewards, no FOMO included in that. And then the paid players are now spending $10 as opposed to 990 tokens, but instead of just getting 50 tiers of the premium pass, they are getting 100 tiers. Now, if they were to do this, I would also take away one of the premium characters. We don't need 2 premium characters, it's just locking out more racers unnecessarily. Yes, we can have 1 premium racer, but then have another way to get the other free racer, whether it's 2 event characters or 2 free characters or whatever. In a 5 racer season, have 1 premium, have 1 completely free, have 1 in events, have 1 in the season tour, so that way those are still kind of hard to get and take skill. And then the last one, you can make it like somewhere in the middle, like maybe make a different event or put them in other aspects of the season tour or something like that. That way people can still earn them for free and they aren't locked behind a complete paywall, but they're also just not a give me racer like the free side of the season tour. And I think this change would be good if they are actually going to keep the $10 in-app purchase system. That way people are getting more value for their money, because honestly, this change isn't just gross for free-to-play players because they can't purchase the pass, it's also gross for paid players because they're spending $10 for what is essentially the same pass, just twice as fast as we had it before. Which means they aren't really getting more value to justify the increase in price from premium currency to actual, real money, which does suck a lot in my opinion. Now, other changes they could make, obviously, I think if they just made both of the Golden Pass purchasable for 950 or 990 tokens, I can never remember how much our pass actually costs now, but if they just made it cost that much, I think it would also be a fine adjustment in my opinion, because that way, we still would have 2 passes per season. There would still be all the FOMO and stuff, the stuff that's good for Gameloft's business practice and stuff like that. People want to purchase each tiers, but this way free-to-play players can still grind out the passes, and yes, they won't be able to get both passes per season because grinding 2,000 tokens a season is just not sustainable. People will run out of tokens like that unless they are super heavy in ranked multiplayer, and even then I still don't think it's sustainable. 2,000 tokens a season is a ton, and this way free-to-play players can still enjoy half of a season for free. They can still earn one of the 2 premium characters, whichever one they like more, and that way paid players, can still get more value for their money because they're getting 2 premium characters as opposed to the free-to-play's 1, and they're still going to have to spend money on tokens. They can't just earn them all for free because of, the adjustments to the Golden Pass and stuff like that. They can't just earn them for free because you can't earn enough to pay twice per season. So people will be spending money on tokens. There'll still be FOMO for missing out on characters. Free-to-play players will only realistically be able to get 1 free character every season, and I think it is another win-win situation if they were willing to budge on the in-app purchase feature of the new Golden Passes. But overall, I think there are a lot of small adjustments they can make because the Golden Pass changes that we are getting with the launch of Season 7 really do feel like the worst of all worlds in my opinion. And there's just so many small tweaks they could make, whether it's tweaking the price back to how it was, or merging the passes, or just doing all these small little things. They can still essentially have the new Golden Pass system, but just make it way more rewarding for players, and they can still earn money from it. So yeah, Disney Speedstorm finally responded. They finally broke their silence. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe because I imagine we will get more news very, very soon, and I will cover it as soon as possible. But thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace out.